Hey everybody, this is Alex Helisek with Breezeway Productions, and we are here in Glasgow, Scotland for the Glasgow Film Festival. And we're happy to say that we just finished our first carpet for the new season premiere of Outlander. And we spoke with some really amazing talent, and we're excited to have a lot of interviews that are coming up for the films that are also going to be walking, including My Old School and The Banquet.
How does it feel to be here in Scotland for this?
It's great because I was saying that the film, its world premiere was at Sundance, but it was just virtual because of COVID. So this is actually the world live premiere, and I think it's really appropriate that it's in Glasgow.
Fascinating story.
Yes.
Was it difficult in any bits for you to take part in?
Well, I mean, it was pretty hard for me because I have to lip sync the entire performance of the lead character in this documentary because he was interviewed for it but didn't want to be seen. And 25 years ago, I was going to play him in a film. So it's funny how these characters come back to you. But it was pretty hard because I've never done that before. I've never lip synced. My drag days are behind me. No, I've never done that. But it's actually something that's much harder than it seems. And especially when you're lip syncing someone's idiosyncrasies and their breath and then you have to sort of build a performance around a voice that's not yours. So it was interesting.
You're obviously very familiar with the story, as you said, from many years ago. Was it something that sort of touched you at the time?
Well, I think this was such a great Scottish sort of legendary story. I think it's like up there with Whiskey Galore. It'll be one of these things that the guy who went back to school and pretended to be 30, pretended to be 15, and I think we think we're really canny in Scotland, and we're people can't pull the wool over our eyes, but he did, and I think we both admire and are horrified by that, and so I think that's kind of why perhaps this story is still. And it's fascinating because this documentary really tells you so much more about it by the people who were actually there. It's more a film about his classmates than it is about Brandon.
How do you feel bringing the film over here to Scotland?
I feel very happy. I feel it's a Scottish story, and it's great that it's almost. We were really upset when Sundance was postponed. Where it was virtual only, because it was such a great honour for Jonah's first movie to go to Sundance. But I think it's just really appropriate and lovely that this is where it's getting its sort of proper first outing.
Did you actually get to meet Brandon yourself?
I didn't. I mean, I haven't. I've only met him tonight. I mean, my part was very contained in over a couple of days, just manically having tapes repeating and all these beeps, and just trying to get exactly his voice lip synced. It was like sort of torture, I have to say. What? No, it was like doing ADR on a film. When you got to do your voice, because they had these beep beep beep, and then you speak. But it was like that, but you had to act as well. And it was like lines that I'd never said. Or normally you're doing your lines again. It was really a trip and a half. Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the Glasgow Film Festival for the selection this year?
Good selection. I think it's it's great that it's back and that people can come and there's all these connections like Claire Grogan, Carly, Lulu, all these kind of high school little sort of little Easter eggs throughout the film that I think is really clever of Jono. So it's nice to be back showing it here in Scotland.